Having tools and gadgets in your life as a musical theater artist and performer are going to help you have a more convenient and efficient way of moving forward every single day. These items that I'm going to share with you, I'm dividing them into 4 separate categories. The criteria of each item has to be that it is practical, that it is time-saving, and that it has multi-purpose features and functions. And some of these, you are not going to believe how I use these items in interesting ways to make my efficiency and my life as a musical theater artist and as a human being day to day just more productive and more practical. Let's dive into the first category, which is privacy. I know you may not really think about privacy as an artist these days, but the challenge that we have is we are in the public eye 24/7. So, for example, you are using the bus, the train, the plane, the Amtrak, the T, whatever it is on a daily basis to travel and commute to either auditions, callbacks, rehearsals, shows, or if you're like me, I travel a lot for other parts of my business as an artist, educator, coach, and then I also own an Airbnb business for the properties that I rent out. I mean, we have to have all the jobs and the things going on to make this career work, right? So privacy should be something that is really important to you because you are using one item every single day. And I want you to think about how often you use it and how you can make it more private for your usage when you're in public areas. And it's this thing right here that's in front of me right now, your phone. You either have an iPhone or you probably have an Android, either one. I am an iPhone fan. I'm an Apple girl. I still love you if you're an Android fan. But this phone that I'm looking at right now, I use it every single day for so many things. And I'm sure you do as well. We're using it for self-tapes. We're using it for work. We're using it for email, social media, content, photos, like submissions, like everything is on this one device. So when I discovered this privacy screen for my iPhone, it changed my life. One day, my brother came over. He was visiting me. He's a lawyer. And he was visiting me while I was in Boston. And we were on the T. And I looked over and I said, hey, you need to turn your screen up. I know you're not 40 yet, but that's not good for your eyes. And he said, oh no, that's a privacy screen. You can't see it, even if you're sitting right next to me. And I thought, stop the phone. What is this magical thing? And how did I not know about it? So this is the one I use right now. I'm going to show it on the screen. It is literally less than $9 on Amazon. You get a 2-pack. I got a pack, one my husband has now and one I use. And I am not kidding you. I would show you B-roll, but I can't because I only use my phone for everything. You can't film me using my phone. And it really does make a difference. If you're sitting next to somebody on the bus and they're staring at your things, no, we can't have that. If you're sitting at an audition and you're going back and forth with your agent, no, we can't have that. I was sitting on the bus one day in Queens and I was going back and forth with one of my Airbnb guests, and this person was just staring at me, doing business, private conversations with them. Nope, we are not here for that. So look into these screens. If you don't use an iPhone, I'm going to put the link below here. Click on it and then scroll down to Amazon and see what other suggested ones so you can kind of figure out which one is the right one for the phone that you have and the device that you have. But I'm telling you, it has changed my life. Next up in privacy is something that I never knew was super important until I started realizing the multiple benefits for it. It's called an AirTag. Maybe you've heard of it. Again, if you don't have an Apple device, I don't know what's out there for Android. If you do, comment below, share the love. But this AirTag, we have a couple of them, my husband and I. And the reason why I use them and how I use them is that it has saved my car from when it was vandalized, from me figuring out where the car is. And it's also saved me from when I've left stuff on the train or in cabs. I have one of these and I put them anywhere that I'm going for the day. So if it's in my purse, if it's in my rehearsal bag, if it is on my luggage, if it is in my car and I'm worried about leaving it somewhere, I pop one of these in every single day. And then you can track it on your phone. Let me give you a couple of great examples how it saved me. I put one in my suitcase every time I travel, which is all the time right now for the work that I'm doing. And I can track and see where my bag is going. So if it gets lost and the airlines are like, we don't know where your luggage is, I can say, I do. It's right here somewhere in this building, or it's on this plane somewhere, or it's stuck here, or someone stole it. I have evidence of that. And that has saved me so many times. The second example is we pop one in our vehicle when we're not going to be using it because we spend so much time on the East Coast now. if we're not going to be using the vehicle for a while and it's parked somewhere, we always leave an AirTag in the glove box. Well, our car was vandalized recently along with many other cars in an area in Boston. And we didn't know, but one day, every couple days, we check and make sure where's the car. And all of a sudden we checked and the car was at the police station, we thought. And so what we did was call the police station and they said, oh yeah, someone found your AirTag on the ground. All of the cars were vandalized on that block during this holiday. It was a terrible situation for everybody. But we were able to retrieve our AirTag, find out where our car was, and then have it fixed and, not just wonder and not know about it because we have to take, the train, if you're not familiar with Boston, out to where the car was parked to get back into the city where we have an apartment. So I'm telling you, I use these for everything now. Game changer for your privacy and protection of your items. Next category is health and wellness. And I'm not here to teach you about the simple things you know. You need a water bottle, reuse what you can, but let me show you how I use a few items. And these are my non-negotiables wherever I am in the world. First up, we got a foam roller. Now. Hear me out on this. This is why the foam roller is so important. Of course, number one, if you're not rolling out, as you get older, you're going to realize how important this bad boy is. But I'm going to put the link right now so you can see it. This one I have one at multiple places that I live. It is the bigger version. So if you like the smaller one, get it. But it's super inexpensive. And it's worth it because not only do I use this on a daily basis to just roll out my back and my body for many different reasons, but this I also use. Can't believe I'm sharing this with you. I'll show you a picture. I think I've got it. I use this to even hold up things like my microphone or my camera when I'm filming self-tapes because you just got to use what you got to use. You know what I mean? So I use this for many other things. Instead of packing books up or something, multi-purpose. Okay, next up here, health and wellness, super important, multi-purpose blocks. And these also come with a strap, and I'll show you the link here in a second that I get these on Amazon. I have them wherever I am usually. And it's not just for using for blocks, but if you don't know, these are so helpful for any type of yoga you do, but also stretching out your back, opening up your chest. If you're working on your splits, it supports you. Many health reasons, but let me also tell you another reason why I have these. I use these not just on the daily for stretching, but I use these to prop up my laptop when I'm coaching, when I'm teaching class, when I am in a Zoom session, when I'm doing a callback. These are so much better than books because they don't slip and slide. And I don't have books anymore because I use my iPad for my rentals for my library for free. But again, I use these to prop anything up like my camera or my laptop. Multifunction. Love these. They come in so many different colors. The one I get also comes with a strap, which I use to stretch as well as sometimes wrap up other things when I'm traveling. Multi-purpose. Get these. They're amazing. So many colors. Check out the Amazon link below. Okay, next up is a yoga mat. Now, hold on. This is not just I have two options for yoga mats and two different reasons why. Number one, yoga mat. Yes, we need it to stretch out. But if you are like me and you're having to go to the gym, you do not want to lay on those nasty gym mats to do anything anymore. Don't do that, please. Okay, take your own yoga mat. I promise you, you will thank me in the long run when you don't have to lay on someone else's nasty sweat. Okay? Here's the other reason. I travel a lot, and if you're in rehearsals somewhere or you're traveling for whatever reason, and you need to do something like stretch, meditate, have a little break by yourself, and you're in a tiny apartment or tiny hotel, to be able to roll out your own yoga mat and say, here is my space that I am going to do this thing right now that's going to help me long term, it really does make a big difference. Rather than I'm going to lay on a towel or I'm not going to do it. It creates a space for your mindfulness routine. And that has changed my life. I travel with this one. This one's an old school Lulu mat. She is probably 10 years old, I'll be honest with you. This was a really thin one. I don't have a link to this one. If you want one, let me know, but just go on the Lulu site. But I have two options for you. This one is the super thin one. I travel with this. This goes in my big suitcase with me anywhere that I go. I always have this because then it forces me to say, I've traveled with it, I brought it, I'm gonna sit here right now in this tiny little apartment or hotel and do my thing. Or I'm going to the gym, wherever I am, I'm taking this with me and I'm already walked it over here. I might as well sit down and stretch or do some strengthening. Game changer just to have that space. The second option I have for you, and I'll show it on the screen, is the Manduka mat. I love this mat. It is an investment though, but it is a super thick one. So if you're not traveling a lot and you don't need a mat that is thin and has, doesn't take up a lot of space in your suitcase, this is my favorite go-to mat. I have that one in California and it really does support for dancing, rehearsals, strengthening, stretching, yoga, anything you're doing. I love this mat if you're going to be somewhere and not need to travel with it. Next up, for a tool that's really going to be effective for you with your health and wellness, is an app that is going to force you to do the thing. Now, there are so many of them out there, so I'm not an affiliate with the one I'm going to mention to you. I just want to share what's worked for me. You need to find what works best for you. I am a Peloton fan. Massive Peloton fan. The reason why I feel so good in my body right now is because I realized that I can't just go to the gym or show up in my apartment or in my house, and I have a home gym in California, and I can't just show up to like the tread or the bike or whatever it is and say, okay, Ashley, let's do something today. That doesn't work for me. And it took me a long time to realize that. So if you're not in rehearsals for something and you're not dancing or moving your body on the regular, so it's really easy, like dance class or acting class or a coaching of whatever, to show up and say, okay, this is what I need today. Let me follow along and I want you to guide me. That has changed my life. The reason why I do like Peloton, and again, I am not an affiliate for Peloton, but I just use it every single day. The reason why is because if I go to the tread, I will literally go to the tread, open up the app wherever I am in the world and say, great, I want to do a 30-minute run. I want to do a 20-minute run. All I got is 10 minutes of a walk today and it is snowing outside, so I'm at the gym and I hit play on it. And you can pick any type of mood or vibe that you need. It's changed me internally, emotionally as well. The other option you have with an app is it's available to you anywhere. It is practical. I can do a meditation, I can do a yoga class wherever I am. This has helped me to keep up with my wellness, both internally and physically, because I can say, this is what I have today. Please, I just want to be guided. Next category we're going to dive into is going to be tech. Now, I do a lot of tech on my channel, so if you want to check those videos out about, like different types of microphones and demo reels and websites and actors access and backstage and how to make money online, all of those things, I'll put a few links down below, but those are all on my channel. So let's face it, we are working remotely 24/7. We are recording self-tapes. We are recording callback tapes. We are recording clips. We are trying to put together reels. We are doing Zoom sessions and coachings. Like, we're doing all the things online. If you don't have a microphone, you need a microphone. Like, it's just like a non-negotiable now. We're so far into this post 2020. This goes with me every single place that I go. And I use it for my coachings with my clients. I use it for my self-tapes. I don't use it right now because if I'm in one of my properties that has my really fancy microphone, I use this one instead because it's better. But this one is not easy to travel with. This bad girl, she goes everywhere that I go. Like, literally, if I am just somewhere for a couple of days, it goes with me because I'm always online, like doing this type of thing. This is the Apogee microphone. I'm going to show you the link on Amazon. It is my affiliate link if you want to check it out. But this is the best all-inclusive for singing, for speaking, for Zoom sessions, for virtual callbacks, for like anything that you need to this is the best. And the reason why is because it is digital. You can literally plug this directly into your laptop and start recording audio. What I do is I record the video with my phone because I use my phone for everything now. Again, convenient, efficiency, simplicity. And then I just record everything separate on my computer in a program. Like, it's literally what I'm doing right now. I'm recording with my camera and then I'm recording with a different microphone and then I'll put the two together. This microphone is the best. It comes in this little package and yes, it is an investment. I am not gonna lie. This is not as expensive as the Shure microphone, But this microphone is worth every single penny. Every single penny, because it's for everything and it goes with you everywhere. And it's literally this little bitty box. You can set it up really fast. It can sit on a desk. It can be low, it can be high, and it's great for singing and for compression. And there's another video I did comparing this microphone and doing it like with and without sound. If you want to check that out for self-tapes, I'll put that link down below. But this, worth every penny. The next piece of tech that I use every single day that is multi-purpose, has been worth every single penny. It's not on the cheap side, but it is my iPad. I use this every single day. It is the iPad Pro, but I know people that use a tablet or the smaller iPad. Doesn't matter, whatever you can afford or budget for or think you're going to use, this investment has paid off 10 times. And let me tell you why. Right now, we do callbacks, all the requests for tapes and pre-screen tapes. And it's not practical anymore or efficient to print every single side or song or sheet music or script. It's not practical anymore. And who even has a printer anymore? I mean, let's save some trees together. And I hear you on this. Yes, I agree. I would rather have everything in paper, but it's just not practical at all. If you're doing 3-4 callbacks every single, week or even every month, it's just easier to be able to open it up on a tablet, make your notes in it. I use Notability if you're interested in what one I use, and be able to just have this with you everywhere. Now, we still need to have our audition book in print, yes, but sometimes it is valuable to have it on your iPad. But everything I do, all of my scripts, all of my callbacks, all of my scores, all of my sides, everything is on this. That way, even when I get in the room now, I use this. I hold this in my hand. Is it perfect? No. Do you have to make sure you have it charged up? Yes. Is it kind of big and bulky? Yes. But we have to have items that allow us to be able to be efficient with the work that we're doing. Also, I read all of my books on my iPad. I do a lot of work on my iPad if I'm traveling, which is so common right now. It has been worth it. So invest, if you can, a tablet, an iPad, whatever you can. So worth it, 100%. Next up in the tech department is the tiniest hard drive that you have ever seen. This is a Samsung. I will link it down in the description below. It's Samsung SSD T7. This little bad boy goes everywhere with me as well. And here's the reason why you need this. Yes, you could put things on the cloud if you're a cloud person. And after a while, though, you're going to have to pay extra money for it. I do pay extra money for my cloud because I have all my content, my videos, my tapes, my clips, my reels, all of those things on it. But there's a lot of content that adds up over time, especially with all the videos that we're doing. And you want to have access to those wherever you are. This is the size of my palm. It's tiny and slim. And if I am somewhere and I get a request for tapes and they're like, hey, do you have, a song that's like this? It's not on your casting profile. Your agent doesn't have it, whatever. I'm like, yeah, let me see what I've got. Boom, boom, send, there you go. Instead of constantly going, oh, I don't know where that tape is, or I don't know what I have for that, submission or callback or what. No, it's right here. Literally save and back up all of your video footage, because if I could teach you anything in this moment, it is that video is queen in our industry right now. Save it, store it, back it up. The next category we are diving in today is planning systems. Streamlining your workflow as an artist in this industry and a business that you are running by yourself on your own, doing all of the things, is essential. I use Google for everything, everything. And if you're in the habit of using something like a cloud-based program or Word, really start to switch over to Google. It is more commonly used now, especially for things like email and for Google Docs with your agent and for accessing scripts and scores and tracks in Google Drives and sending things to people in Google Drives rather than, Dropbox or starting to pay for all of those things. You get so much for free with Google already. If you have an email that is at Yahoo or at Mac or at something, get an email that's at Gmail. It is time. If you want to have a fancy one like mine where it's at your name at yourname.com. That is Google Workspace. That's paid and additional, but like get your name at gmail.com. Like we're living in a time period now where everything is online. You need to have all that locked in. If you have like multiple accounts for personal and business, like I get that sometimes you may work for an industry or a company or an institution and you have a separate work email, that's great. But anything that you can do to streamline your workflow with one email, one space, it is going to make your life so much more efficient. Other than Google, the next suggestion of tech that I would suggest for you for planning systems is going to be a website. Having a website is almost like common now as we are moving into this new phase of our industry. And it is not just a portfolio, right? We don't want to think of our website anymore as like, here's my resume and here's my headshot and here's a reel. Like, it's not like that. It is your online real estate that you can claim. And if you don't claim your name.com, someone else is going to, and then they're going to sell it to you at a really high price. So get a website, like set it up. It has changed my life and my business. Because as we all know, it is not just about performing that we make money. There is not one human out there besides maybe, like I can't even think of someone, even A-list performers that only make their money from on stage. They make their money from masterclasses, coachings, teaching, selling products, digital products. Like it's all the things. So if you claim your real estate online, then you have a hub that you own, that you control, where you can list either ways people can work with you, people can find out what type of projects you want to work on, news, because here's the deal. You do not own social media. You do not own that. You don't own that algorithm, but you do own your website, your email list. And the more you start to invest into your career on the digital side, I promise you the better you will be in the long run. If you want to check out my website for an example of this, you can click on my down below. I'll put the link on there for you to check it out. But having your online real estate, having your organization of your email is going to streamline everything. And here's the best tip I can give you about that is you want everything to function together. So my Gmail, my calendar, everything is through Google and my Docs. And then my website, all of that links together. So if someone books some type of consult or coaching with me, all of that is built out through my website. And so it makes it easier to go, okay, this is the main hub that I go to let people know how they can work with me, to showcase my performance opportunities, and to say to someone, hey, maybe somebody asks you, hey, I really want to see what type of work you did, where can I access your resume or more videos? You say, my website, here's the quick link, done, dusted. It will just make your life easier, I promise you. And makes me feel like I have a space in this digital new world that we're all living in. If any of these sparked some type of inspiration, or if you're already using them, let me know in the comments. I hope this is beneficial and helpful for you. And again, we're focused on convenience, streamlining everything so that you can have a career that really is focused in on how you want to be seen in the world, the work you want to be doing, and your purpose in this industry. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.